So my first time going to see Brian, I packed my bags. I went up there and wanted to cook him a pizza. Well, he wanted me to cook him a pizza. Um, so I decided to look at the grocery stores around Utica, and couldn't find anything like the bread flour that I wanted to make the pizza. And I just went ahead and got the flour that I had from here and brought it up there. Well, the day we were gonna make the pizza, Brian was filming most of the day with Jay. I was at the Reptarium just hanging out with Mac, just enjoying myself. And that's the first time I seen a black squirrel. I've lived in the South all my life. Gray squirrels, that's all we had. I thought that was cool. Outside of the Reptarium. But anyway, so Brian proceeds to, the only timing that we had was kind of cook the pizza on my last day that I'm gonna be there, and he had to go do something else. I don't know if he was leaving or traveling or doing something, but so we went to this like farmer's market called Randazzo's. It was on the vlog. Got to pick everything out that we needed. Got back to his house. Well, that day we got in the sauna and got to do the cold tub. Me, Mac, and Brian. Well, and then Jay joined us in the sauna. Well, that like one-on-one experience, like talking with Brian. Then at his house, I was in a shell shock moment. Like, this is my hero. I'm sitting in his backyard. There's his aquascape pond. Like, I know more about that pond than I do anything else. Because that was my life before I met Brian. And well, that evening I made the dough from scratch by hand and everything, and I made like 4 dough balls. Might have been 3, not too sure. But first pizza we wanted to make was a pepperoni pizza. So I work at a pizza restaurant where, yes, we make everything from scratch, but we kind of do everything in like just a pizza pan, and then it goes in the conveyor oven. I know how to work with a brick oven. I worked at other places, and at that time I didn't have a brick oven, the one that I suggested to Brian to buy, the Uni pizza oven. Because when I was watching, the Checking In podcast, and so just watching Brian, he called me the pizza maker. And then the only thing I could do was just look up the best pizza oven at the time. So he bought one. He bought one, and at the time of him buying one, they were probably $600-700. And he was wanting me to come up there and make him a pizza. And I've never met this man in my life. Just 2 comments every single day watching. But anyway, the dough's rising. We're outside doing the sauna in the cold tub. You do the sauna for about 15 minutes, get out, do the cold tub for about 2 minutes, and then back in for a sauna for another 10 minutes, back in the cold tub. Something like that. That was kind of his scenario of what he would do. Well, our first session, again in the cold tub, Mac went first. I was kind of like, ooh, well, I'm already out of the sauna. I'm kind of getting cold, and living down here, like I don't like cold water. So I got in there. It was freezing. I mean, cold as could be. Got out, had a great time. I got to sit down with Lori in the backyard and kind of talk, and that's when I wanted to know more about like how and why they met, you know, and y'all have heard the stories before, you know, but at that same moment, it was like I didn't have words to say to anybody because I was so shell shocked where I was at in his backyard, you know, just just ready to cook him a pizza. Well, here comes the cooking the pizza. I made the first one, the pepperoni pizza. Got it in there. Says it can cook in 90 seconds. So I tried. We did it in about 2-3 minutes. But I've never done that. I haven't worked with that oven or that type of oven in 9 years, maybe. Yeah, about 9-10 years. And let alone I was cooking pizzas for my hero, Mr. Brian. I was super intimidated. I I knew that if I fucked up, Jay, he's worked in a pizza restaurant before, so he understands. So the second pizza was a ham and pineapple I wanted to make for Miss Lori. And like I said, the first pizza turned out good. The second pizza I go to make it, and I'm too anxious, and I put the pizza in, and you got to turn it about halfway through you cooking it, and cook the other half. Well, I didn't wait. I kind of tried to turn it too soon. Well, it tore. Well, when it tore, there was no way to fix it because that little oven is 600-700 degrees at the time. And like I said, I never worked with this oven, so I don't know the temperatures of what we should cook with it. So I messed up that pizza, and then we really didn't have much time to do anything else, so I just tried to make like a cheese stick with the rest of the dough and stuff like that. And but at that moment, it was all just kind of like us hanging around like family at Brian's house. And I'll never forget it, man. I'll never forget like seeing their their Disney stuff hanging on the wall right there, and then like where the big Christmas tree is, always right there at the steps. Yeah, that was an awesome time, man. I'll never forget it. And no, and like I said, no regrets. So might have messed up that second pizza, but I'll probably buy you a pizza in the near future just to make up for it. But Mr. Brian, we love you. Just want to say thank you for everything. And anybody that's watching, I appreciate you. Thank you. Have an awesome day.